This is the Lewis and Clark Tree Farm. Nuveen manages the land. We're on a tributary to the Necanicum River, which is a SSBT, salmon, steelhead, bull trout stream. This is the upper extent of what fish reach on this system here, but still has important habitat above it.
There was 2 jobs that Quality Excavation did for Nuveen last year, both of which were failing undersized pipes that needed to be replaced based upon the update to the Forest Practices Act.
The old culvert was in a failing condition and didn't meet the new requirements for the 100-year flood event.
The corrugated metal pipe that was here before was undersized, was not fish passable.
A lot of contractors steer away from bigger projects like this, but I knew a long time ago that's what I wanted to get into and specialize in, make our mark around here, picking up the fish habitat projects and create more spawning grounds for the salmon.
My dad had a background in excavation. He started from when he was just out of high school, and about 25 years ago he decided to go out on his own and start his own company. When I was a kid, I would ride around with him. I would help him haul culverts, and you know, he would let me mess around in the excavators and whatnot when I was just a little kid. So as far as an upbringing goes, it was awesome.
Between this job and the one out on Elk Mountain were the 2 largest fish passable pipes that we had put in. He used to man the pumps and be a ground guy working for me, and he just couldn't get enough of it when he was young.
I got my first brand new machine, which was like my dream as a kid. I always wanted my own machine, you know, name on the door, the whole thing.
He just caught on really well and took notes.
I've seen him mature up through where he's running his own projects now.
When I took him out here to look at this job, we measured things out, and I told him this is how I would do this project, and I'm going to give you the reins to this project, but I'm only 1 phone call away. He was like, I think I got it, Dad.
I was confident in myself that I could do something like this, but it was one of those things where you just have to get started.
Jay was up here to kind of see what was going on, but it was basically Cole and one other operator up here that made this work.
It's a lot more complex than most people think. You know, they think, well, we're just replacing a culvert. How hard can that be? Dig out the old one, put in a new one. But there's always a lot of hidden surprises, and Quality does as good as anybody I've ever seen navigating those surprises.
They get down and take the pipe out. Well, lo and behold, there's a log puncheon below that pipe that was installed probably 100 years ago. It's like all of a sudden there's more time for them to take this old growth out and remove it and get it down to the natural gradient. It was something they really had to wrestle with to get out of that grade.
That's where having those guys that have the experience really makes a difference, because when they get down there, they know what to do when they hit one of those obstacles. And they can do it efficiently, and it doesn't really slow them down.
When I'm putting the culvert in, the three most important things to me are water clarity. This water needs to stay as clean as possible. So you have to find a good place to establish this sump, we call it. We essentially dig, we get rid of the old material, and once that sump starts to rise with water, you're putting your suction hoses in, and you're firing that pump up, and you're getting that water sucked up out of that hole, and you're having to run 4, 5, 6, sometimes longer, 700 feet of hose around this backside of your dig out. So you're carrying these big diameter hoses up and over, and you're getting them to splash back down into the stream. The second most important thing for me is making sure your prep work is as clean and dialed in as it can possibly be. And then the third and most important thing is just safety.
You know, they always have safety at their forefront, so, you know, keeping the site open and safe, that comes back to help you when you come up against those obstacles and you know, maybe need some more room to do something. You need a bench on the other side. They think of those kind of things beforehand, and they've really got it planned out well.
These 2 culverts, they're 100 feet long. So you're dealing with not only having to sling 4 or 5 sections of culvert into this hole, you're also having to make sure that your bench is long enough that you can grade out the entire bottom of this thing. If you look at these streams, they're anything but level. So what you have to do is you find what your finished grade is going to be from top to bottom. You know, all these fish culverts, they got to have some fall in them. Otherwise, they're just going to stay stagnant, or your water's not going to run properly. It goes back to your prep work. You have to have a bench installed low enough to where you can reach all these points. Once you're in this hole, you're looking back up at the original road level, and it's 30, 40, 50 feet in the air.
With the new rules, when you install one of these big oversized pipes, you have to have a natural bottom within 12 months. Quality went kind of above and beyond that by placing riprap and getting that natural gradient.
You want to get everything up to perfect grade. Whatever the fall of that stream bed is, we have to match that.
Quality did an outstanding job. That's enabling fish to reintroduce themselves to areas that they historically were at.
The road builders are the ones that are setting the loggers up for success. And these guys are focusing on the small detail of disconnecting water from your road system to prevent it from going into the streams.
He's learned a lot over the years working underneath his father. They've really grabbed a hold of what Jay's built and kind of trying to take it to the next level.
I'm very proud of him stepping up to the plate and taking on projects like this.
I go in with the mentality of just make every job look better than the one before.